Buzz, the best place to come for the latest in Bachelor Nation news and recaps on your favorite reality TV dating show. Sorry, guys, it's been a long time since we did this. We're your hosts, Arena
and Julia. And today we are so excited to finally start Grant's season. If you were with us last week, we did a little preseason profile on Grant. So if you don't know who he is, head there first. Check it out. But tonight we are talking about season opener and premiere of Grant Ellis as the Bachelor.
Yes.
Really excited.
Hey, Grant. We're so excited. You're the Bachelor,
So
Grant.
excited. Yes, it was a really good episode, I think. And are we getting buzzed? No, I'm drinking water, guys. I don't know. It's still January.
I have sparkling water, but I put it in a wine glass just for fun.
Ooh, fancy. And you're back on your sparkling water.
Yes, I'm back on my sparkling water.
Good.
Short-lived, couple weeks.
Yes. Next week, I'll definitely have a glass of wine or something. Like, I'm excited. I'm already planning, like, what cocktail I'm going to drink. But yeah, so it was a great episode. I think tonight we will just do kind of a recap as we normally do. And then at the end, we'll talk predictions.
Yes.
And kind of just fun updates for this season of the 4th season of Bachelor Buzz podcast.
That's right, guys.
Yeah.
4th season.
It's exciting.
And this is the 29th season of The Bachelor. Ooh. So Grant is our 29th Bachelor, guys. Yes, the show has been on since 2001. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
That is crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
stood the test of time.
Well, yeah.
Barely hung on.
Yeah, it's still here. That's true. Still here. Yeah. Slowly but surely they are improving and hopefully getting better. We'll see. But so we started out with Grant, and we get to finally learn a little bit more about him. Although, like we mentioned, I feel as though they did underpromote him, and we are not the only podcast to mention this, by the way, because I have listened to some others, and there are other people that have said, yeah, they feel like they didn't really get to know him. But we get to know him a little bit. So we had a little montage. We had him speaking. We had music. I got to see his family finally. We'd heard of his mother and his father. Heard his mom on the phone when he was named Bachelor, and he told her in that Instagram story that he posted a few months back. And so it was really nice to see them and to learn a little bit more about Grant Ellis and his home life growing up.
Yes, and it was really sweet to like see his family. We saw his mom and his sister, and was there someone else there with her?
His grandmother and other family members.
Oh yeah. No, his grandma definitely I wanted to talk about. And actually kind of sad at the end they said, in loving memory of his grandmother who passed in November. So it was really special that he got this on camera. He actually gave her his first impression rose. He said, "You'll always get my first impression rose." And I think they're very close. So that was really sweet to see.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. We saw his sister. She's gorgeous. They look so much alike too.
Tall, like models in that family. They're just so beautiful. So
their bone structure, just like snatched faces.
So it was really
nice.
great to see, and a little bit of Houston where he lives, and we saw him in his Ferrari again because he told us about somehow we knew. I don't remember how we knew about his Ferrari before, but he's a day trader. So if you guys know anything about day trading, yeah, that's completely possible. So rolling around in some exotic cars. So, but he also mentioned later on in the episode that he does have a 2019 Acura, his dad car. So he has both.
The best of both worlds. Yes. Like seriously, it's kind of true though. It's like, I don't know if I would have dated someone with a Ferrari. So it's like, he kind of needs that Acura to show that like, I'm not that person. I have a part of me that is grounded and practical. Because we had a lot of baby talks this episode, way more than I think I was prepared for. Lots of ring, husband, wife, babies, grandkids, all this talk from the girls. And I was just like, wow, like, the women of this generation are getting really
Yeah.
forward.
It
But
was a
good for
lot.
them. But yeah,
Yeah.
some of it was a lot. It really was. And there was one in particular that went very far with that. So we'll talk about her later. But that certainly was I think, kind of something a little different about this season so
Yeah,
far.
definitely that stood out. And I think that for me, part of that was these women skew older in their 20s, I feel like, and there's some that
Mm-hmm.
are in their 30s.
True.
And he's 31, 30 at the time when they filmed, and he has expressed so much that he really wants to get married, he wants to have kids. So I wonder if also producers were like, hey, he really wants a family. He wants
Roll with
kids.
that.
You should mention
Mm-hmm.
that. Although I do believe they genuinely want that because women are on a different time clock than
Mm-hmm.
men biologically in most
Yeah.
instances. So a woman in her late 20s would be closer to that
Yeah.
than a man. But it was definitely apparent that that family's on the mind. And like you said, that is different than what we normally hear
Mm-hmm.
in the very first episode when they're all first meeting each other. So, yeah, that
Yes.
was interesting for sure. But I also thought it was interesting because we didn't get to know Grant that much. So, a lot of these women were like, oh my gosh, he's my husband. He's amazing, which I
Mm-hmm.
get because he's a very good looking young man. Okay, I get it, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, really, also, what did they know
Get to
about
know
him?
him a little
Yeah.
bit.
Like,
Yeah.
get to know this nice man who seems like such a sweet, nice man.
Yeah.
So, it's just it was interesting, but, definitely I like to hear that he really wants that, and I generally think that even though every lead comes on and says they're ready to get married, I really feel like he is in a good place, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll talk about this later. I don't remember who he was talking
Yeah.
to, but he mentioned, that he is like financially secure. He's secure in his career. He's secure, all these different things. He's like he's just looking for his wife. And
Yeah.
I believe it more with him than I have with other leads. So, there's that too.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little, I don't know. I have like a little teeny voice in my head that's like, I hope he's in it for the right reasons. Ah! Okay, and the
I
only
think
reason I say that,
he is.
but the reason I say that is that he is definitely laying on thick this like singing,
Oh my gosh,
performing
yes.
thing.
It's a
And
lot.
we did find out that he recently released a song called Party Girl.
Rap
It's
song, yeah.
on all wherever you
It's
get
on,
your
yeah.
music.
Check it
I
out,
haven't
guys.
listened to it yet. Did you listen to it,
I did not
Maria?
listen to it yet. No, I heard
Um,
about it and have not
it's one
listened.
of 4 total songs that he's put out. Again, haven't listened. It's on my to-do list. All right. It's only Tuesday. A lot to do. But yeah, so like that is like the only thing I feel like in the past that would have been more taboo. I
Yeah,
don't know if people are just more used to people having these like side hustles and creativity that they're not,
yeah. I
not
think
clocking that as like a red flag.
mhm,
But it is just something that I'm like, oh wow, like he is like blatantly expanding on that platform
mhm.
as soon as the season starts. It's just interesting.
But he took
So
it
I
down too from his Instagram,
Oh, he did.
like within an
He took
hour
like
of putting it on his stories.
oh.
He took it down. So I think a
Well, what may
producer or
have been
someone was
like,
like, "Hey,
hey,
take that down."
focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Not
that
what we're here for. Yeah, so that's the only thing that I was thinking the same thing as you right now, but like the past couple of days just hearing that, seeing that, and I'm just like, wow, he's singing a lot on this season. Not to say, again, like he's very musically expressive.
down. Mhm.
So there's a difference between musical expression versus like trying to become famous. I just don't know uh where he is on that line. It's
Okay.
just a little more fudged than I expected to feel about it. But having said that, I do agree. I think that if he really is here for the right reasons, like he would be a great dad. I mean, actually, speaking of his dad, we did see his dad,
We
which you
did.
and I were speculating whether or not we would. And there he is, the first 10 minutes of the episode
Yeah.
has a meeting with his dad.
Mhm.
And it went really well. Looks like his dad's doing great. We didn't really get much of an update.
Yeah.
But his dad looked amazing. They met out in like a little park and seemed like a very normal, healthy father-son relationship. Grant did open up about having a difficult childhood. Like his parents, I guess, didn't really communicate and there was yelling and things like that. So he does come from like a tougher childhood than I think we knew on Jen's season, you know?
Yeah, because we didn't know really anything about him.
No.
We only
Mm-mm.
learned about his dad in that one-on-one that he had just before he left, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was good to hear a little bit more about that. And I think for him to feel comfortable enough to share that as well, because,
Yeah.
it's putting your personal life out there and for everyone to judge and
The
everything. And
first
yeah,
episode. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the first episode, but I'm sure that they, encouraged him to do that because, like we've been saying, we don't really know him. So they really needed to get people, you know, interested in his story and invested in this man, wanting to go on this journey with him to find love. And part of that was being vulnerable and just kind of putting it all out there. So I'm glad he did that. And we did learn a little bit more about him. And like we said, seeing
Mm-hmm.
his family was nice too because we got to
Yeah.
physically, see this family since he didn't get to hometown. So we actually got to see
Yeah.
them. That was really nice as well. And it was interesting how they did it too, with the music in the background. So I thought that was
Yeah.
different.
Was it the cold open for Joey's season? Didn't it start with him like crying on the beach? Didn't it?
For his premiere, I really don't remember. All I remember
He
is
posted
them
it.
doing that whole fanfare in Pennsylvania where he's from, and they had him go to a local like Italian restaurant, and there were fans outside with posters and everyone swarming him, and they had like this quiet, and then it was just like the sound of cheers and everyone freaking out that he was there, and then they showed him like kind of walking into the restaurant and then getting into the black SUV and everything and showed him in
Mhm.
the Philly area. So I can't really remember. I know that his was different from what I'd seen before, Joey's. Um,
Mhm.
so I feel like this is also different from Joey. So I feel like they're switching it up or changing it up
Yeah.
now each season, which I can appreciate and I like because they do need new ideas and they need new, like fresh people in that
Yeah.
franchise to like kind of, get it more
Yeah. Breathe new
interesting.
life into it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like we talked about, Bip is coming back in the summer, and they got a totally new showrunner who's never worked with The Bachelor ever.
Mm.
So
Oh,
he's done
that'll be
reality
interesting.
TV, but
Okay.
he's gonna bring new stuff, and we're gonna find out. We'll see this summer. But
Ooh.
oh my
That'll be
gosh,
one.
we could probably do like episodes together again because it'll be like the summer.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
yes.
gosh!
Because you'll be around.
I
Oh,
hope it's in the
man, I
summer
can't
this
wait for the summer.
year.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry guys.
Yes.
Back to
All
it.
right. Let's get to it.
Yes.
We have Grant and Jesse in front of the mansion, which oh my goodness, I am so sorry, everyone. I feel so silly. I really thought the mansion was a different mansion. I have to apologize to our viewers. I got that wrong. It's at the normal mansion. I don't know what I was thinking last week. In my defense, I had a cold. I still kind of have it, but whatever. And that's my defense if I mess anything up this week. But yeah, so mansion's normal. Continue.
Yeah, but I can see why maybe you would have said that too, because in the teasers
They
for the
yeah.
season, they kept showing this a large house, which kind of looked like it was maybe in Europe too, but they kept
Mhm.
showing that. And so it was a little
Yeah.
confusing, guys, um, to
I think
really
I
know,
just
you know.
yeah.
They have like
Anyways, it
10
is at the
shows now,
normal.
so they have to find spots where they're gonna record or film, so
Mhm.
it's hard. That's why poor Jen didn't get the mansion because they had, they did the scheduling just didn't work out.
Yeah. I guess we're just used to them flip-flopping so
Yeah.
much.
All
Um,
right.
but okay, so yeah, it was cute. The intro, Jesse, love Jesse. He's great to see. Grant shows him his little pre game
Yeah,
like wiggles
his
that he
little
does.
dance,
It
yeah.
was cute as a little shimmy.
Yeah, his little shimmy to get
Um,
the nerves out so you
get
don't,
the
have
nerves
air
out.
ball in
I'm literally
basketball.
gonna do that. You did a little snap. Shimmy, shimmy. But yeah, it was really cute. And then the first girl who walks out was Rose.
Yes, Rose.
And perfect name for this show. She's cute. Honestly, I didn't write a lot of details about the entrances, so
I didn't
I'll
either.
just chime in if I have one that I liked. I think I liked Rose though. I thought Rose was really sweet.
He's
Um,
definitely into her, and he told her that he likes her later on when they had their one-on-one time.
mhm.
So I think
She's
she will
very
be there for
pretty.
a while,
Yeah.
for sure. She's also apparently part of, we don't know, maybe some drama because we saw that teaser later where
Hmm.
she is in one scene saying, "You did me dirty." So who
Yes,
knows?
crying,
Yes.
pissed.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
We're
think a
gonna find out
lot of drama ensues.
later on, yeah. I definitely think so. Yeah, I think she'll go far, and
Mhm.
I don't think she's at the end, but by the
Okay.
end, I mean top the number one guy. So,
Yeah.
but she seems nice. We like
Yeah,
her.
I liked her.
Yeah.
What are some other memorable
I
entrances that you
mean,
liked?
it's just so I'll be going out of order, but I'll just tell
Yeah,
you the ones
same.
that stuck out for sure. Like
Mhm.
the Zoe who had the t-shirt gun. That was original and a good
T-shirt
idea.
cannon.
Yes, that's right. Sorry. T-shirt
So
cannon. You're right.
goodness.
That was
You love
original. That
that.
was a good idea.
That
Um,
was cute. And then the girls ran out and got the
yeah,
t-shirts. Like Chloe put it
Chloe.
on.
I love Chloe.
I loved
Can we talk
that.
about Chloe real quick?
Yeah,
I
she was
really
cool.
love her. I would love for her I would love to see her again
Go
after
for it.
this show
Mm,
because I don't think she goes to the end. I'm glad she's
yeah.
still there, but she just seems to have such a calming, nice energy, positive energy. And she's lovely. She's a model. I
Yeah.
love that she loves her
Plus
body,
size
even
model.
though she
Hmm.
doesn't even plus size. Like,
Yeah.
does not seem like plus size to me, but in the modeling world, yeah.
Yeah. Anyone
Um,
bigger than a twig.
yeah, so, but I love that she's like, yeah, I went to New York City because she's from Kansas originally. She had the ruby slippers, and she was like, I went to New York City, and they were like, well, you can either become a size zero and we'll market you that way, or you can be a plus size model. And she was like, okay, great, yeah, I'm fine because there's no way I'm being a
Let's do
size
that
zero.
one.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I
I love
know.
that confidence and the fact that she wore
For
that
sure.
t-shirt was really funny, and
That was cute.
she wasn't mean about it. She was just kind of like, yeah, I'm wearing this shirt. So I
Hmm.
like that energy. And there's others I like in this show, in this season, but her energy is just so like positive. I would love if,
Mm.
who knows how far she gets, but I would love to see her again. Even
Yeah.
maybe a possible bachelorette at some point, but I don't know if they will do that. But, you know,
That would be an interesting move. Okay, who else did I like? So I liked the salsa girl. I later found out that was Juliana. And
okay.
I turned to my husband, I was like, ooh, that's what I would do. I would bring chips and salsa. That's just like an easy way to someone's heart, I think. And I think it worked. I literally, when she walked away, I was like, they had chemistry. Like you
He
could
likes
see
her.
it.
He
I could
likes her a
see a
lot.
spark instantly. And I really was like, wow, she and him have something special. Who else did we like? Of course, Alexi. How do I say her name? I kind of
Alex. I think it's
Alex.
just
Oof,
Alex. Yeah,
sorry.
I thought it was like Alexa or
Like
Alexi or
Alex? Because then
but
she
it's
spoke
Alex.
French, and I was like, oh, it's Alex. But then I was like, I don't think she said that. Okay, so Alex, the speech therapist, and you guys know I have a soft spot for speech therapists. And she was very cute. She brought the no drama llama, which like, yes, I think everybody wants that energy. No one
Yeah,
wants the drama. So that was cute.
she's quirky, and I think
Hmm.
that he likes that about her and likes her kind of bubbliness. That
Yeah.
could have gone totally wrong though, bringing that llama, but
Uh-huh.
she did a great job and it
Yeah.
landed and it was great and it worked
Yeah.
out. Everyone loved that llama. So,
Yes. Linda, the
yeah.
llama.
Yes, Linda.
More of Linda. Cool. Let's see. Who else?
So there was oh, the girl, I think it was Serafina. She had the big head that she brought
Oh
in. That stood
yeah.
out. That stood out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice idea. Oh, Latia had the basketball that was like in
Bedazzled.
sparkly, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
she's
was
like,
cute.
I am not good at
She's
basketball,
like,
and
I
I
don't know how to
like
play
that.
basketball, but I'll bring the sparkle.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah, he liked that.
And then who was it? Vicky from Viva
Oh yeah.
Las
She's from
Vicky.
Vegas, guys, and she
She
had
came in
this
full showgirl. I
like
don't know what to say,
well,
like
like bottle
waitress.
service type
Yeah,
of
bottle
like
service
when you're in the
girl.
club. Yeah.
Yes. But also that like pink Corvette. I don't know what that was. Pink something, some sort of
Oh
fancy
yeah, yeah, where she was
convertible,
riding it in
old
the back.
timey convertible. That was a cute car, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh, nice. And then who was it? Allie Joe came in. She's in New York or New Jersey. New
Jersey.
Jersey girl. She came in with a pizza truck, brought him a heart-shaped pizza. Again, I
Mhm.
was like, smart.
Yeah.
Lead with food.
Food.
I'm hungry now. I want
Yeah.
a pizza. So that was a cute one too.
One
Did
that
anyone bring like a shot of anything? I don't think
no,
so.
no one did shots,
Again,
but and one that
leveling.
stood out to me that and this woman seems so nice, but she went home. The wedding
Mhm.
planner, Savannah, from
Yeah.
Charlottesville, Virginia, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, she brought the cake. She's a wedding planner.
Yeah.
It made
I think that
sense.
was pretty smart.
It was.
And it's
But
like seeing the future. But again, a
yeah,
lot of that like husband wife talk early in the
it was a
episode.
lot.
Every girl was like, my
Yeah.
husband. And he's like,
Yes. And then, yeah, even the t-shirts had the face of Zoe and
hmm
Grant on there.
hmm
So it stood out. I remembered it for sure. So,
Yeah.
she seemed nice, but she went home, unfortunately, that first night.
Yeah.
I feel like there were a couple
Mm.
others that stood out, but I don't really remember,
No
guys,
one,
because
no
I
one
also didn't make a
was
ton of
able to
notes.
top Jonathan of Jen's season coming out with a
Oh my gosh.
face uh cast and his
Mhm.
butt sticking out of a hospital robe.
Yeah, and then keeping
Nobody
that
tops
cast on
that.
his face the whole time until they were sitting down together, and then
Yeah.
unwrapped it. That was yeah, that was original though. That was
Throwback.
smart. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really remember any other ones that like super stood out to me.
No. Oh, Alicia,
Bailey
she
was
had
kind of cute.
something different, right?
Oh, did she have the genie bottle?
Yes, she was the genie in the
Yeah.
bottle. Yeah,
That was cute.
that was cute.
I liked Alicia a lot.
I do.
We'll talk more about her,
Hmm.
but I did like her. She had like good vibes. I didn't know how
Yeah,
to feel about her in the beginning, but I really liked her with him.
yeah, me too.
Um, yeah, and then overall, like all the girls are just bosses. Like there's like a an RN, as I mentioned, an SLP. There is a
Mhm.
behavior analyst, pediatric doctor. Like
Mhm.
there's so many
PhD
amazing
student.
PhD
Yeah.
student, engineer.
Mhm.
Like there's just a lot of like really boss girls,
Mhm.
and I really just love that. I love to see that.
Professional.
Um, I think that he's really in for it. He better be able to step up to what they need. That's what
I
I'm thinking now. I'm like, Grant, do you have what these women want?
I imagine he asked for that too, because you know how they
I
can
hope
tell them
so.
what they're
Hmm
into, and you
Yeah.
can like with Joey's season only because you know you guys that was our first season as Bachelor Buzz, so we can compare them. We know you've been listening. So
Yeah.
in Joey's season, I loved the women from Joey's season though. Always a soft spot in my heart. Um, but it was like varied in terms of careers and things like that. And
Age.
I think that that also goes along with who Joey is. Joey is very like I'm open, like
Nomad.
very
Hmm
like open to a lot of different people from different backgrounds. And although obviously with Grant, we see women, physically from different backgrounds, of course, and culturally and everything. The professional aspect, I feel like must have been something he asked for because he may be
Yeah.
thinking, I got my career going. I need this person I'm with, my partner, to have a career too, or be, ready to go because he grew up with a strong mother who he said worked a lot, so she must have had a great career, and a
hmm
sister who is a boss. We can tell that. So
Yes.
he's used to that. So he may have
Yeah.
asked for definitely give me women that are like,
Yeah.
confident, know what they want, whatever it is.
Accomplished,
Yeah. And yeah, like you said, these women are bosses. They're accomplished. And it's really nice to see because they also seemed relaxed more than we've seen sometimes with some casts in the first night. They didn't seem as like, oh,
totally.
It's like,
no one was fighting or like nobody was targeted as like the mean girl or like the person who's not there for the right reasons. Like no one got too drunk. No one was catty. Like, I mean, the only catty part, a mysterious woman entered after all the women had already arrived. Mysterious, tall, dark, beautiful woman comes in, beelines for Grant, and every girl is like, "Who's that?" We heard some cuss words.
Yes, guys.
So some of these girls were quick to judge and be pissed. We were a little turned off, right? Arena, we're like,
that's
did
too
not
much.
want one of my favorites to say something like that. I'm not going to repeat it, but like there were some crass things said out of jealousy and surprise. But then of course, I knew this. I knew it would happen. And also like Loki, they already showed her, but it was Grant's sister.
Yeah, I know. As soon as she came out, I was like, and they showed the back of her, I was like, that's a sister.
I know. I feel like they should not have shown her in the beginning. That would have been so much better, but whatever. The girls were definitely shook. But then it was cute. It's like, then she did a little presentation on her and Grant growing up and like
PowerPoints
who he really is. Yes.
They were giving
we had a lot of presentations tonight. Oh my God. Yeah. We have to talk about Parisa.
Yes, Parisa. And her cat, Sunny. Oh, I love cats.
If you were on The Bachelor, you would have brought a picture of Snuggles.
Totally.
For sure.
Is this my cat?
Do you like cats?
Do you? That's a deal breaker.
You need to.
Are you allergic?
Are you willing to? Yeah, are you allergic? Do you need to take shots? Whatever you need to do.
Although my husband is allergic, guys.
I'm allergic to cats, but somehow I married a man with a cat and I have a cat who crawls over me all
like
the time.
My husband.
Yeah, but
you guys like, just we were worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just kidding.
But yeah, so that was really cute. But yeah, let's talk about Parisa's PowerPoint. So Parisa, very sweet girl. She's like, I'm crazy. She loves crystals. She was doing a crystal collection. I've like low key gotten into crystals, guys. Like I'm into chakras now. I'm like doing it.
Chakras are good though. Like all the energy,
positive
and stuff.
Energy. Yes,
I have books, Julia. We should talk about them.
We should because I bought 2 books. I'm reading them. I actually should have texted you. I don't know why I didn't think of it. We're like the same in so many ways. But yes, that's like kind of my New Year's thing. I'm like, I need to align my chakras.
Oh my gosh, we could talk about the different, like, guys.
Maybe off the podcast.
Yeah, off the bottom.
But I did actually think that was really cool when she showed all her crystals, but I wasn't sure if it was like a chakra, like healing, like kind of earthy thing, or if it was just like, I love crystals because she was like, this is a geode, this is a quartz or whatever, which either way, cool. I liked it. But then she mentioned how she and all her friends like are that group of girls who make PowerPoints when they see each other. I have never been part of that, but I've always been like, that would be fun, but I've never done it. I do think it would be fun. Huh?
I don't know if I would do it, but I was just about to tell you, when I see you this summer, should I do a PowerPoint? Do you want to do one? And
whatever. Maybe you could do it on, I don't know. We'll think of something.
Yes.
But yeah. And then, so she's like, so I made a PowerPoint for you, Grant. And oh my God, I low-key can't believe she made it past night 1. It freaked me out.
I was worried.
She had photoshopped his face onto another man, and then her pregnant and with babies with hearts on their faces. Like,
yeah. And Grant was so nice about it, but I'm kind of wondering in his head if he was like, no, because didn't he make a comment like, how did you do those pictures? I'm sorry, Parisa. Girl, I love Sunny. I love you. seemed like a really nice person.
Quirky.
So quirky. And she did say in her ITM, she was like, I'm never doing a PowerPoint again.
Oh,
Just
now I feel
before,
bad.
when it was like, she wasn't
Yeah.
sure if she could pick.
Oh my God.
I was like, she's
Yeah,
funny.
you're right.
She's
She did
funny.
say that. She's like, oh my God, I never should have done that. Because she was like one of the last ones
Yeah.
picked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was like interesting.
Interesting.
I do just feel like sometimes you just gotta remember you're talking to a guy.
Yes.
The guy,
This is not your girlfriend.
they want to hear about the dreams, but it's like seeing it is like 3 babies. I don't know. It's a lot. I would have been spooked if my now husband had done that on the first date.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But again, it's all for the show, so he
Mhm.
has to take that a little bit as just like, okay, this was a little staged.
Yeah.
But I mean, A for effort, girl.
Yes.
She definitely pulled it out. It was a
She
very
did.
well
She did a good
done
job.
PowerPoint. Yeah.
Put effort
I
into
felt like
that.
it was real.
It just,
Looked
yes.
so real. It actually looked really real.
Yeah.
We should repost some of the pictures of
We
it.
should. Some
Mhm.
screenshots from that because, yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
So
And of
so
course,
yeah,
Sunny.
she
I'm
was
sorry, I
very
love Sunny.
memorable.
Sorry.
Sunny.
Sunny.
Um, and then yeah, so just like more like kind of conversation recaps. Alex, she taught him French,
Yes.
through speech therapy, kind of.
Yeah.
And he kiss her at that
Yes.
moment?
Oh,
Okay, he kissed
yes.
her. Oh wait, we have to talk about his first kiss of the night, Alicia.
Alicia, who
That
said
came out.
before
Oh my
she will not
God.
kiss on a first date. And then one of the other girls, when they were kissing, was like, girl, this is not even a first date. This is your first
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
I
But
get it, though.
actually, I thought that was so organic. The
It
way he
was.
just kissed her, it was smooth. It felt so natural. Their
Mhm.
chemistry was super strong. So
Yes.
I was like there for it. Like sometimes, like I kind of scoff at like if they kiss a lot on the first. Like remember Zach? He kissed like so many girls the first night, and I was kind of
Yeah.
like,
He
But
and
this
Joey
seems like
tied for
I
record.
feel like Grant really just followed his heart and
Yes.
like just kissed the girls that he wanted to kiss and was natural, you know? So I was
Yeah.
actually like not turned off by it.
Exactly. I wasn't either. And I know what you mean. Yeah. Zach and Joey both tied for the most
Yeah.
kisses. I don't
Joey,
know if
it
Grant
wasn't that
surpassed.
great for Joey.
Yeah. It was like 8 kisses, I think 8 women.
Oh, wow.
And Grant, I don't know if he surpassed that or not because I haven't looked at Bachelor data, but um Grant, I felt like was just going with the mood and the vibe, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Hey," and he was also very intentional. When he liked someone,
Mm-hmm.
he would tell them. He would
Yeah.
say, "I like you." Like
Yes.
he's very intentional, and I
Love
like
that.
that,
Mm-hmm.
especially for
Yeah,
a
like
man.
I
Sorry,
totally agree.
guys.
I really, really agree with that. It just seems like he again, like I kind of said my spiel about like, oh, is he there for the but like it in the episode, like every moment we see him interact, it really feels authentic.
It
So I'm
does.
very happy about that. And I think the
Yeah.
girls, that's why we know there's gonna be drama because
Yeah.
these girls are picking up what he's putting down and they're just gonna become obsessed with him.
Yeah.
I love that. Yes. I'm
They're
so
like,
excited.
"Oh my gosh."
Want her to find love.
Yes. So, but yeah, I really like Alicia too, and I
Mm-hmm.
hope she goes far.
Me
I
too.
think that she was just being herself, and I think that yeah, and plus I think she followed us back on Instagram. So thanks, Alicia.
We're, we're always like, oh my God, we're friends now.
You're great.
Yeah.
And plus, I liked her story too. Like when she was saying how how she grew up and her mother was an immigrant, and
Mhm.
she and her sister watched her mother scrub toilets and do cleaning for a living
Yeah.
to put them through
True.
school. And I really admired the fact that one, she's saying that on TV. Because some people would find shame in that she shouldn't, but I'm saying some people might, and
Or
she's
they
just
would want to hide it
yeah,
for
they want to
like when they
hide
get to
it,
know someone better.
not
But it's like
talk
she
about
is
it.
just upfront who she
Yeah,
is.
yeah, and I
Isn't
like
she the
that.
one who's also a beauty or a pageant
She did
queen?
win Miss California USA in
Hmm.
2020, and she's an interior designer. So yeah,
Cute. Love
she's
that.
one of the pageant people. There's another one, Beverly, who
Hmm.
I think is also the other pageant person that we're aware of. But usually
Okay.
let's remember, guys, in these contestants, we always get women who have done pageants, who have modeled, who have done other things like that, which there's nothing wrong with. In my past, been there, done that. But just saying, that's usually what you get, because also people like that generally have the personality to do something like this and are
Yeah. And to do
usually a
well on
little more,
TV.
yeah,
Yeah.
being okay in front of people and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
True.
But yeah, we'll see how far she goes, but we'll talk about that later. And
Yeah.
who else? Latia, like I said, I think he has good chemistry with Latia. I think he is intrigued by her. I think that
Mm-hmm.
they have a good, they click. There's something about the two of them together. He just really likes her. They also made out. And Latia comes from the background of an LDS family, which is Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which people
Mm-hmm.
commonly call Mormon.
Right.
And she's from Utah, venture capitalist. And she told the story of, she was born in Hawaii, which is where her parents met. But when she was 3 months old, her father tragically died in a car accident. And that
So
was
sad.
so extremely sad and horrible to hear. And she just said that, she always knows that he's with her and she keeps going and she has a big family today. And that's why she also wants a big family. So, what I'm curious to know about, if she goes far, that faith, it is hard. I don't even know if it's possible, if you're practicing in that faith, to be married to someone who's not of that faith or who
Right.
doesn't convert.
Because you lived in Utah.
I did. And one of
Like
my
you have
best
firsthand
friends
experience.
is
Yeah.
LDS. And I'm very familiar with the church
Yeah.
because I've gone to things. And I mean, there's certain things you
Wow.
cannot go to because you're not of their faith.
Right.
And I am not LDS, but my friend is wonderful. And so I know a lot about it. So I'm kind of curious, like, how that would progress,
Yeah.
because
I know. Will
it makes it
they
hard.
accept him?
Yeah, like, can they
Like she is practicing, you said.
well, she said she was
LDS.
raised that way, so I don't know if she's actually still practicing now that I think about it. I don't know if she actually said she's still
Have to see
practicing.
if she's drinking next
Yeah,
episode.
well, she could have been
It's an
drinking
easy way.
water
Yeah.
or
Soda.
anything last night. Yeah, so we don't even know. Um, it's different with other faiths. Like if you're Catholic, not dating a Catholic or marrying a Catholic, that's not a big deal. I mean, it can be. I'm not saying it's not. It can be, but it's different, with things
Yeah.
like that. Even with um, other faiths I'm not as familiar with, like Judaism. I know that people who are not of the faith do marry each other, and it's also sometimes based on if the mother is practicing in that faith. But I know it's different for all of them. But I know specifically because I know so much about it. I wonder, like, how that would work. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see.
I'm actually really looking forward to learning more about it and watching them navigate that if
Yeah.
she does go far. I
Yeah.
think that could be really interesting for the
Definitely.
viewers.
Yeah. Have we seen that before on?
No, not
So
really,
that'll
no.
be
No no, like, religious or, like, faith conversion,
type of thing, yeah. So
types
that
of
would be,
situations, at least none that I recall.
I feel like, yeah, we would
But
know, right? Yeah, so that's
alright.
interesting. But yeah, so they had a good talk and
Yeah.
Juliana, you like Juliana. Do you want to
I
talk? I'm
do
not
like
against her, but like
Juliana.
you said you really like
Yeah,
her.
I do like her. She's Italian, comes from a big family. They're
Mhm.
all really supportive of each other. And she just seems like a really sweet, fun girl. I just liked her vibes. And again, I think they had great chemistry. She plays piano.
Mm.
They did a little riff together. And I mean,
Yeah.
she was playing piano like from memory. And I know that song she played, and it's a fun song to play. I don't have it memorized though. But yeah, so I just think that she was great. And then who else had a good like talk with him? Those are the only ones that I really recall.
Zoe.
Zoe.
Zoe is gonna be someone I think on this season, the
Yeah,
one with the t-shirt
I
cans.
agree. I didn't personally, I don't know. I'm not really rooting for her, I guess. I didn't
I
quite
don't
see it, but
she's
he seems to like her.
he seems to really like her
Same with
and
Catalina.
oh, Carolina,
Oh,
yeah, he does
Carolina.
he
Oops,
likes
sorry.
Carolina for sure. Um I don't know how far they're each gonna go, but when I looked at like the cast roster, those
Mm-hmm.
two stood out to me and I put them on like my list of people
Oh,
that I thought he might
interesting.
like. So I
Yeah,
don't
I think
know
you're right. I
though.
think he will like both of them.
Yeah, I think, yeah, they're definitely people that he's into. Natalie, he liked Natalie, the
I
PhD
like
student from
Natalie.
Kentucky. I like her
Yeah,
too.
she's sweet.
Yeah, and I wonder, I'm trying to still in my mind every time I look at these individuals and think of who didn't get a lot of airtime or time on screen with him. I
Mm-hmm.
think which one of these is like top four and is going to be someone that is the outlier that people don't see coming. Because
Yeah,
there's always
for
that one.
sure. There is. Yeah. I wonder who it'll be.
Yeah.
Maybe Natalie.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought of her.
I
I don't
just feel
know.
like he had a lot of good vibes with a lot of
He
girls.
did.
So,
He seems like an
um,
agreeable guy that you can get along
yeah.
with. So that kind of makes it.
Um, okay, so should we talk about the first impression rose?
Yes, Alex.
Woo! Speech therapist. Sorry, I'm never gonna
Woo!
stop calling her the speech
Well,
therapist.
you picked her out like immediately when the list first came out,
Yeah,
I feel like, of pictures.
I
I
just,
hadn't even looked at pictures and you
yeah,
told me about her. So yeah.
I just like, again, I don't know. I just had good vibes from her.
Mhm.
And he likes her quirkiness. He feels like he can be himself. They kiss. Like it was
Mhm.
super cute. I really thought he was going to choose Alicia though, because I just felt like they had such crazy chemistry.
They did.
But I'm glad he went with Alex.
Yeah.
I think that it shows that it doesn't matter like the order or whatever. Like I think he's really going off of that first impression.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's kind of like, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess we should talk about the rose ceremony. We're almost done.
Yeah.
Yeah, rose ceremony. So he eliminated 6 girls.
So
He
let's see.
eliminated
I don't remember.
who
I
did
only wrote down Janae, which was sad to see. I liked her.
I really
Um,
liked her, although, can I say something? This is probably bad. I don't want to be judgy or like talking about looks. I just feel like if she had some long hair extensions,
oh,
I
but
was just like,
Bailey went
I know.
and she has short
It's just
hair.
different. I don't
She's
know. I just feel like Janae, oh, girl, if I were like your friend, I would have been like, girl, get the extensions.
well,
I
and
just feel like it would look so good.
well, here's the thing also, and this is from a very, this
Not
is
to
going to
say it was
seem
all
very
about looks, more than
superficial,
that.
guys, but guys
I
are
know,
very
sorry.
physical.
But I just like, I don't
Men are
know.
physical. They're all about the physical. That's just a
She's so
fact.
pretty. I'm
So
so pretty.
she is
And I
so
have
pretty,
short
and
hair. It's not like I
we
don't
like
like short
her.
hair. I have short hair. I
Yeah.
just was like,
But
for
on this
this,
show,
that dress, long hair for the
seriously,
win.
yeah, seriously, on this show, it's even like one of the other women, not like a ponytail. Ponytails work with long hair. That's totally cute.
Mm-hmm.
One of the women who I like, who is on my list of maybe, and she didn't leave that night, but she's really beautiful. And I just feel like when you're showing up for this show on The
Mm-hmm.
Bachelor, okay, guys, The Bachelor, specifically speaking of The Bachelor, I'm almost like if I was doing it, do everything I can to like
Yes.
just
Right?
like I'm
100%.
sorry, like just I know it sounds superficial and awful, and I'm not saying this from a standpoint of she should have did that. That's not why. And honestly, we don't know why he sent her home. I like her. I think she should end up on the beach,
No.
Bachelor in
Oh,
Paradise.
for
I hope I
sure.
see her
Same with
there.
Christina.
Yes.
Christina, I
Yes.
feel like she looks like Kirsten Dunst. Anyone else? I feel like she's a dead ringer for her. Not in every shot, but like in a
Mhm.
lot of moments, I was like, this girl looks like her. And she was so pretty. So
The
I
one
hope
from North
that
Dakota, right?
I don't remember yeah, I think so, somewhere
Yeah.
like that.
There was another
Um
girl too who was really nice, who I thought was cute, and I was a little surprised that she went home. I can't remember her name though, but she was
Kylie.
really nice. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
her.
she's cute.
I think she was
Kelsey,
cute.
like honestly, these women were like all really sweet
Radhika
and
was
cool.
pretty. Like
Radhika,
she did the Bollywood dance in the
Savannah, the wedding.
intro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Savannah. Yeah, there were great girls, and he said it was hard,
Casey.
but like really, all these women were great, really. So
Yeah.
it just who he clicked with. obviously, who he
Yeah.
felt something with that first night.
I was
In terms
surprised Parisa
of,
went through. I'm
I
not gonna
wonder,
lie.
I wonder if that's a producer thing too. Because remember,
I think
like
so
we've talked
too. You
about
need someone a
the
little bit.
lead knows
Hmm.
like probably their top four already. Like they already know, like I'm really into this
So
small group of
true.
people. And then the producer's like, okay, but let's add her. Let's add her. What about her? Let's
Yeah,
her.
so true.
And also, could I add about Janae? I love Janae, but she got out of that limo and did the thing like LeBron James does with the chalk. And
Oh
and then
yeah.
when she got up to Grant, she was like, "Okay, let's do it together, but like be careful, you don't want to get it on your suit and everything." And he was like, "This." They did it together. And then when she started walking away, he's like, oh, "Okay, so I guess she's a LeBron James fan." But he didn't say it like she's a LeBron James fan. He kind of said it like,
Oh,
"Okay,
like
I
he
guess
didn't
she's a
like
LeBron James
it.
fan." And I'm not saying that's
Yeah.
why, but I was
But
sitting
you
there
know
like
what? That's a really, I think that could be a big thing for someone. Like, I mean, he's a basketball player.
professional basketball player. He played overseas.
Yeah, he knows a lot about LeBron. I didn't even know that's a thing that LeBron does. So thank
Yeah,
you for
it
filling
was
us
it was
in.
a thing that he started years
Throwing
ago,
the
and
chalk,
it's
whatever.
like he just
Okay.
goes like this because he's King James, and I guess it's a whole. I'm I have nothing against LeBron James because he's a Laker and I'm a Lakers fan, guys. LA Lakers all the way, even when they're losing. I will always be a Lakers fan, but I
Yeah.
will say this. Um, yeah,
Risky.
he's an amazing athlete. But you're either a fan or you're not as much a fan. Like just so that's a strong
Well,
statement when you get
yeah,
out of
it
that
is.
limo
It
to
is.
professional basketball player and you're like doing a
True.
LeBron thing.
That's a
I'm not
very
saying
good point. That's a really, really good
it's
point. Now I
uh,
feel better about being like, it's because she didn't have extensions.
no, but see that's what I'm saying. Like it could be anything.
It's
And
obviously both.
I
Those are
obviously
the only
we cracked
reasons.
the code.
But
Girl
you know
should have did
what?
LeBron and she should and she should have
Long
went
hair.
that
Don't be LeBron. Don't like LeBron. No, but
just
truly,
don't
like, best of luck, Janae. We know
Yes, I
literally
really
all you girls straight to
wait.
Paradise.
Yes,
Can't wait to see
Paradise.
you.
You guys all need to be on Paradise with
Yes.
the amazing women from Joey's
Hmm.
season,
Yes.
and yeah,
And we're excited to continue to follow you. It's not like you're gonna,
yeah, of
we're gonna
course.
still
We
like
still,
all your stuff. We're
still,
excited to get to know you girls.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, and see you maybe on the Women Tell All. So
That's
that would be cool
right.
too.
I feel like Janae will be there.
Uh,
I
yeah.
100%, and I think she should go to
Um,
Bachelor Buzz.
yes.
So Janae.
But yeah, so the girls that remain, I don't
Mhm.
know if we want to list them all.
No,
No, that's
it's a
too
lot.
much.
It's a lot, guys.
But yeah, it's very exciting.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
feel
what
like,
about
uh-huh.
Dina? Do you remember Dina from Chicago, the
Dina.
attorney from the large family, the 11
Yeah.
kids?
Oh my
Romanian
goodness. Yeah. Hmm.
background. It looks like she gets into it with Carolina later on. So I don't know what that is, but she's in her early 30s and definitely very confident. So I could see where she would
It could
not tolerate a
clash.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And knows what she wants.
Cool. So who do you think your top girls are?
Ugh,
Like,
it's
good
hard, guys,
vibes. Who you think would go
because
with him? Hmm.
so Latia, and this is like some of these women are the ones who, when I looked at the list of women, I had a good feeling about them.
Hmm.
Um, you brought my attention to Rose,
Yeah.
so I don't know if Rose is top four, but I think she'll be top six or seven.
Okay.
And Latia, Alex, um, Juliana. I think he really likes Juliana. I have a
Hmm.
feeling she might be up there too.
Me too.
I really like Alicia, but I didn't think she'll go far. I don't know how far though. And Zoe, I don't know. She may be like
Yeah.
she's not Maria. Okay, guys? Let me just
Mm,
say that.
dude, we're like Same wavelength. That's what
But
I thought today. I was like, is she the next Maria? Is Carolina the next Maria? Like, but then I have to remember that Maria is Maria.
yes,
We
Maria's
don't
Maria.
always have a Maria. So
Yeah.
like it could be something totally different. Although I do think those two girls, there's just something that it tells me they're gonna get into a lot of girl drama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not in a good way. We
Yeah.
need Alex with her llama. I really hope they just pull the llama out whenever people
Linda
are
Llama.
acting a fool. That would be so good. So I have to tell you, my list is identical. The only thing I did not put Zoe, because I just feel like the drama might get in the way with her.
Yeah.
I put Natalie because I think she really might
Natalie.
be
That's right.
one of the
Outliers.
dark horses who kind
Yes.
of comes out later and is just like there, and then it's like, oh wait, they have
Yeah.
a really strong connection. So yes, and then so for me it was Alex, Alicia, Juliana, Rose, Natalie, and Latia, not in any particular order, although I do also just kind of feel the first impression Rose does indicate something, so
Mhm.
I think Alex will be there for a while.
Yes. I
I
could put
am
her
gonna,
top 4 unless something drastic happens.
yeah.
And for me, Latia is in the top 4. But, and like we said, like earlier, you brought up Natalie, and I forgot about Natalie again. I'm sorry. But like earlier, I mentioned Natalie could be that person that we don't see a lot of screen time with them, but they really click, and we just don't see it. They don't put it on screen for us to see. But
Mm.
I do agree. I think she could be that person.
I just searched if Jimmy Kimmel had a prediction for this year, and he has not come out with one. His wife
Oh,
has not shared her prediction, which I'm
interesting.
a little annoyed about, but it's okay. Oh, wait, hold on.
Well, you know,
Let me double
guys,
check that again. Hold on.
we're gonna lock in our
Yeah.
predictions. Because I guess like now we're pretty much the end of this recap. Well, we can talk about that we are working with Bracketology
Yes.
TV.
Bracketology. Yes,
Yes.
bracketology.
And we're doing a bracket, guys. So we're
We
gonna have
are.
to lock in our choices and you'll get to see what we're
By
doing.
Monday. Today's
Yes.
Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So in one way, guys, you gotta lock it in and that's it. Because we're doing the type
Yeah.
of bracket where you determine the winner and who you think is in like the top 4 and everything. We're not gonna do ceremony by ceremony and all that stuff because
Yeah.
that's not how we work. So we're just gonna put in who we
We
think's
are
gonna
very
do it.
laser focused on
Yes.
like who we think it is.
We're like,
But we only get to choose 5. So we do have to knock off one girl.
we're gonna have to talk about this, guys,
Yeah,
because
check. We're not going to say who it is
yeah,
now.
no.
Check our bracket.
Mhm.
Download the app. It's free.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And we would love to kind of like see what everybody chooses.
Yes.
We will post screenshots or whatever with whoever joins us on there.
Yeah.
And follow Bracketology too. They
Yeah.
do brackets for all types of shows.
Mhm.
So if you have something else that you're interested in, it's just a fun way to kind of like connect with others and keep track and like make it more fun
Yeah.
to do a bracket as well as watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll
It's very
be
exciting.
posting about that. I think we're gonna post ours on Bracketology by Friday, right? We
Yeah.
decided maybe earlier,
Yeah.
but we'll put a post up when we're done
Yeah.
and a link for you guys to join.
Mhm. That's right. So,
So excited.
hope you guys enjoy that. And, you know, also we want to mention that we wanted to do it after the first episode, guys, because we felt like it was better to kind of get a little bit of an idea
Mm-hmm.
of his connection to some of these people before we actually do a bracket.
Yeah,
Because it's like when you do a
totally.
bracket for like March Madness for NCAA tournament, men's and women's basketball, you know these teams, they have a record, and you do a bracket. So it's a little like unfair to just blindly be like, oh, like this person's
Yeah.
gonna win, you know? Like it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
it's really hard to actually just guess. And
Yeah.
it would be really shitty if our top picks like were eliminated first night. So second night is
Oh god.
acceptable.
So bad.
But yeah, we're excited for that.
Mhm.
What else are we? Oh, we're also gonna have probably bracketology on the
Yes.
show at
Yeah.
some point.
Mhm.
And
Date
we're
Card
probably
Pod
gonna,
will be
yeah,
joining
date
us
card
this
pod for
season.
sure. We'll keep you
Mhm.
guys posted about any other
Yeah.
collabs.
Yeah.
But make sure to like and share us if you know other people who love The Bachelor. They're moms. They're cool.
Everyone.
Come on
5
over.
stars too with reviews.
Yes.
Reviews are 5 stars. If it's not 5, don't bother leaving a review.
Right. And you can find us wherever you stream your podcasts and YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's pretty much it. We're going to wrap this up because it's late. So we're going to go.
Yes.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.